Greetings, pipe smokers from all over the world. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brian. This is my channel, Pipe Currency. I'm a Canadian pipe smoker currently situated in the lovely city of Kiev, Ukraine. Today, we're going to be talking aged Penzance. I'm going to go through 3 steps in this video. First step is I'll tell you my history with Penzance. Number 2 is I'm going to light this up. I've got some Penzance in here right now. And tell you my thoughts, why I think this tobacco is so terrific. And in the last part of the video, I'm going to read for you a review I read online by a former, I don't know if this person is still in the YTPC or not, but a former contributor to the YTPC. I'm going to read you their review of Penzance and why I have a serious issue with it. So maybe stick around for that. If you do like this video, don't be afraid to hit the like button. I don't have Patreon. I will never ask you for money. So hitting that like button really does help me out. It motivates me to make more videos. Okay, so let's get into this. My history with Penzance is pretty unassuming. I remember when I started pipe smoking back in 2014-15, I kept hearing about this mythical blend. It was in people's top 5s and people's top 10s, and everyone was saying just how terrific it was. And I did some initial searches to try to procure this tobacco, and I immediately saw that it just wasn't going to be possible. And what I noticed on the YTPC at that time was either people absolutely did not have it and had a difficult time getting it, or someone had a bunch of it. Like they would have like 3 8-ounce bags and another jar full of it. It was either it was all in or nothing at all. So as the years went on and I continued with pipe smoking, it happened in 2016, so 2 years after I started. I was living here in Kiev, in Shulyavska, and I used to order tobacco from Four Noggins, right? Four Noggins was very kind to take my order and ship it here to me to Ukraine. I never had a problem. And what I would do was on Thursday mornings, I would get up early because I noticed on Wednesday night US time, Four Noggins would kind of have a tobacco drop, like they must get a delivery in or wherever they get their tobacco from, and then they list it on Wednesday night. And of course, there could be some hard to find blends and they would be gone very quickly. So I woke up really early one Thursday morning, so morning Kiev time, nighttime in the USA, and I just did a search through looking for what they had available, and lo and behold, they had Penzance. And I did a double take. I was sitting there looking at it going, is that really Penzance? And I looked at the price, and I think it was like $14.95 or $16.95 for the tin. And I had a cart ready. I always had my cart loaded up and ready to go. So all I had to do was add something and then pay for it, and it would be sent to me. So I saw this Penzance. I said, okay. So it said 1 tin per customer. I included the tin in my cart. I paid for it. They accepted the transaction. And 2 days later, I got a notification from Four Noggins that the order was being sent to me to Ukraine. And I remember thinking, I'll believe it when I see it. Really, I'm really going to get a tin of Penzance. I was preparing myself to be disappointed. So 12 days later, the box showed up, and I opened up the box, and lo and behold, there was a tin of Penzance from 2016. I kind of felt like I won the lottery. I almost even felt a little bit guilty because I know how hard it is for people to get this, but of course I was ecstatic. I felt like, I got something that I really, really wanted to get, what I told myself at that time, because I was still pretty new to pipe smoking, was I was going to appreciate this and wait until it aged. I was going to let it age for about 5 or 6 years, plus it'll give me 5 or 6 years more of pipe smoking, and that time I really felt like I would be able to appreciate this tobacco more. So I held on to it, and of course, as you guys know, the war in Ukraine came. I had to leave my pipes and tobacco behind. And I came back here in winter, in February, and decided, okay, it's time to crack the tin. Now, I will show you the tobacco, actually, because when I opened it, I was really quite surprised. Because it had, look at this, it had, I don't know if it'll show it, but it has so much plume that I was even a little bit unnerved, guys. I thought, oh my God, maybe that's mold, right? And I posted pictures. I showed it on this channel, and YouTubers were messaging me and saying, no, Pipe Currency, don't worry, it's plume, it's not mold. Actually, you really can't see. Oh, there it is. You can see some there. And I was really greatly relieved. I thought, you're kidding me. I have a tin of Penzance and it's gone moldy, but they assured me that wasn't the case. Okay? And I felt like, you know, like all these years of pipe smoking and Penzance aging, that finally our trajectories have met, right? That I've been smoking a pipe now for 10.5 years. I have Penzance aged 8 years. I kind of wanted it to be, you know, in the 6 or 7 year range, but I'll take it at 8.5. I'm not going to complain. But I felt like now I'm able to really appreciate what this tobacco has to offer, and it's at an age where it really should be offering its most, I would believe. So let's light this up, and I'll tell you what I'm getting out of it. Well, my first impression is barbecue. Similar to the barbecue you get with Horizons. Yeah, oh wow, okay. There's some gentle sweetness there, like some nutty caramel sweetness. There's some sourness for the Orientals. Now, on Smoking Pipes, this is listed as a English. But this could easily be a Balkan because there's sourness of the Orientals there. And there's this creamy, the Latakia is imparting this, like a kind of mouth-filling creaminess. And what I liken it to is, you guys know I'm a Scotch drinker. I liken it to drinking a Lefroy. And what I mean is this. Lefroy Quarter Cask is one of my favorite scotches. Highly recommend it to you. And when you drink a Lefroy, it's sweet and it's smoky. There's a little bit of barbecue in there, but it's very mouth-filling and oily, right? It's heavy in your mouth. Much like what Penzance is like. And you notice the difference if you drink, say, like an Aaron 10, which is really quite delicious, it's much thinner on your mouth, like if you were smoking a Virginia or a Vapor, as a comparison. But it's that rich creaminess and the interplay with the sourness of the Orientals, the kind of caramel nuttiness that you get from the, I guess that's coming from the Virginias. And when you put it together, and it's melded itself together over 8.5 years, it's really imparting something of just high quality, right? It's the depth of the creaminess I've never experienced in any other tobacco. Now, you guys know I'm having this competition between Old Ironsides, Bagel Slices, Quiet Nights, and Penzance, so I'm not going to compare them in this video. But I will say I've never had a tobacco that had this depth of creaminess to it. Yeah, and it really offers just a nice medley of all those flavors consistently, in my opinion. So of course, guys, I just think it's a terrific tobacco. Obviously, if you get a chance to buy it, buy it. I know it's almost impossible to get. Believe me. Look, I know what you're thinking at home. You're thinking, yeah, that's great pipe currency, but I can't get it. Now, hear me out. I lived in 2 places in the last 15 years. I lived in Fort McMurray, Alberta, which is 4 hours north of Edmonton. It's basically in the middle of nowhere. You can ask Prairie Piper, he'll tell you. Fort McMurray is in the middle of nowhere, and I've lived in Kiev, Ukraine, and I was able to get a tin. It was a little bit of luck, I admit, but it was also persistence, right? And if I can get one, why can't you? I'm in Kiev. It's not Munich or Richmond, Virginia, right? I'm off the beaten track in many ways. And if I was able to get one through a little bit of luck, I will admit, and persistence, I don't know why you can't as well. And I hope you do. I really sincerely hope all of you get a chance to try it. Now, I'm going to read you the comment. I'm not going to say who the YouTuber is because I don't want drama. But I read the comment and it annoyed me. Here's what he said. 1 second. So, I'll read for you exactly, word for word, what he said. I'm not going to say where it is. You can probably go find it on your own. Okay, here's what he says. The tobacco is not worth the fuss. High quality leaf, yes, but the end product is like 100 others and worse than many. It is a confused everything and the kitchen sink mixture that doesn't deliver a consistent experience throughout the bowl, from bowl to bowl or tin to tin. One of the finest examples of small batch production challenges doubled by an overblown reputation. It doesn't live up to the hype unless one is trying to convince oneself it does to justify the obscene amount he probably spent on it. Nothing in the world wrong with it, but it doesn't deliver a single thing that you can't get elsewhere and for far less money. And he gave it 1.5 stars. Okay, let's talk about this. First of all, he says, high quality leaf, yes. Nothing in the world wrong with it, yes. Well, if that's the case, then why are you giving it 1.5 stars? It doesn't make any sense. It should at least be 2.5, maybe 3, because high quality leaf. High quality leaf will automatically impart a good smoke. There's no such thing as a high quality leaf and then you get a bad smoke. It just never happens, right? And the other thing is this. Let's say you like Balkan mixtures, okay? Mr. or Mrs. Pipe Smoker sitting at home watching me. Let's say you like Balkan mixtures and you have a couple regular Balkan tobaccos that you smoke, but there's one that you really like to try, but it's been very difficult to get. But then now for some reason, you've been able to procure it and you try it and you think, okay, it's all right, but you know what? The ones I smoke regularly, they're better. Why would you knock it for the fact it was hard to get? That's what I don't understand, right? You have a guy here saying that there's nothing wrong with the tobacco and it's a high quality leaf, but then also he's complaining that it was hard for him to get and the hype is overblown. You should judge the tobacco on its merit, not that it was hard to get or that the mystic hype around it, which there is a mystic hype around it that no tobacco could ever live up to. Even how great Penzance is, it can't live up to the hype. But knocking it for that just doesn't make any sense, right? Do you know what I think's going on here? And this is just my personal opinion, right? It's just one pipe smoker's personal opinion about what he thinks is going on here. I think he actually smoked it and really liked it. And he went out and tried to get more of it and he found that it was difficult to get, right? And then he went on the secondary market and became apoplectic when he saw the prices that people were asking. And then he took his frustration out on the review that he posted. I think he liked smoking it, such as I like smoking it, and I think he'd like to get more of it, such as I would like to get more of it. And I think he's got he may have a secondary plan here where he's trying to knock it, so maybe it'll deflect attention away from it, so people may not be chasing it, and then it's easier for him to get. Now, about that second part, I'm not really sure, but about the first part, where I really think he enjoys it, I'm confident that's actually the case. So in the court of pipe currency, I find the defendant guilty of unconscionable disingenuousness. Thank you for watching this mini review of aged Penzance. Again, if you like this video, please you'd be doing me a big favor, and it really does motivate me to make more videos. If you've had Penzance before, tell me what you think in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video, guys. On my next video, I'm going to be talking about a tobacco that I absolutely do not like, and I'm going to be trying to smoke it once again on camera. Okay? I'll talk to all of you very soon.